in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on last year's national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Dampier. The short hands, it's Moore. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what... can do on second down here. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? We've talked about this season.
Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll go back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds his tight end. Smashes ahead. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Ducks are on the move.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
It's a running room. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Touchdown, Oregon! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They'll operate out of split backs. Off the play fake on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
He's looking to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Offense just not able to get it clicking down here in the red zone. That's 3 straight incompletions, trying to fit the football into tight windows, but the timing not there, and now it sets up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Speeding down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Young. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Now on the move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Throws to the back. Makes the grab down the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a 1st.
Really good coverage by this defense. And they were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Grab behind the line. It's Travis. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. The snap sets up the throw. He's got him. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got some room into the goal line. He steps out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's the pressure. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the aggressive nature by this offense. Everything screams run. First down and goal. Gonna run the football? No. They don't run the football. They stay aggressive. But the quarterback doesn't get reckless. He gets outside of the pocket, makes a good decision, throws it away, and lives the fight on second down.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Trying to run it in. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Takes the handoff. It's Green. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They could make amends with this drive.
He uncorks one deep. It's him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. On the option. Now the pitch. Breaks the tackle. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on...
Touchdown! Fighting Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the 15. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds a tight end down the gut. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Right back to him on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Turning it on. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Offensive coordinators feel really smart when the run game opens, especially early in the game, because now everything is at their disposal and the defense is already on their heels.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. Puts it out in the flat. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Defense might bring the house here. The give from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles get in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words to describe defensive linemen.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Got it looking for a first. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Calls his own number. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's no good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got him downfield. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the 1st time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was great.
Here he goes. The 20. He's at touchdown, Oregon. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This time he's got it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Motion from the wide receiver. Just keeps slinging it. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
This quarterback part of their running game. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebreaker? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Moore will throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The give out of the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's the handoff. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. What a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Punch it out of the air. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We'll start with a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. off play action. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Irish! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, they're trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Moore to the air. Now rolling to the left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. Couldn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. At the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 1 in the end zone.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Moore will throw. He dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to advance on the football.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Red pass, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Pulls and fires complete. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on 4th down.
Man, and you really wanted that first down. Time is not your friend right now. You better come to the line with a good thought process because that clock is ticking.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down. And you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Still running at the 35. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his